This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can find all the cards in this video in their store by using the links in the description below. Hello everyone, doing another Karlov Manor draft. We have one really bad rare in case of the Uneaten Feast. There's just not enough life gain in the format, and you know it's just too much work. Drag the Canal is really good. It is gold, but you know. The floor is 2 mana 2/2 with flash, and then if something died, you get a bunch more value. You don't always get that value, but you get pretty good value. Clandestine Meddler and Tunnel Tipster and Drag the Canal are what I'm looking at. I like Drag the Canals are rare, but I do think these two cards are fairly comparable, and they're both monocolored, so I'm leaning towards taking one of them. And I think I'm more in on the Tipster than I am the Meddler. I've been pretty impressed with both, but I think we'll go with Tipster here. Okay, we got Intrude on the Mind, which I think is a bomb. So, you know, Fact or Fiction, except you also get a creature token, basically. What else do we have here? I love Novice Inspector. Eavesdropper's been better than I expected, but yeah. We will take Intrude. All right, Coerce to Kill is here. It's probably what I take now. It's powerful. You know, maybe it'll be a blue-green deck that splashes black for it, but we definitely want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, Coerce to Kill is definitely where we go. The Analyst, if we did graveyard stuff, isn't bad, but this is just the best card in the pack. I have liked Hazda Vigilante more than I expected overall. Turns out it comes down, makes something bigger, and then make something else bigger on the next turn a little more often than I expected. Okay, so we've got a makeshift binding here, which is great. You know, I know white is one of the few colors we don't already have cards for, but I think binding's good enough to take here over the other things. You know, Relive the Past is cool, but it takes some significant work, and this is just excellent removal. Remove your opponent's best thing and gain 2 life is just such a big swing, especially for a common. Yeah, so far we've kind of been all over the place, but, you know, when the cards that are in the pack are that much better than the others, it's hard not to do it. Fester Leech is pretty good. So is Slice from the Shadows, though. You know, Ambusher's okay. Unscrupulous Agent's pretty good, too. Do I like it more than Slice? I don't know. There are a lot of good black cards left in this pack, which probably means black is open, but no matter what I take, whoever's to our left will be like, wow, there's still good black cards in this pack. So that kind of stinks. Yeah, I think we go with Slice in the end. Well, Reasonable Doubt's okay. I don't know if I've just had bad luck, but I've had people be able to play around it way more often than I would have liked. I think it's probably what we'll take here. Criminologists are okay. There's an Eavesdropper still here. I think that's where we go. I just think it's the best card in the pack, so hard to say no to it. Sort of feels like we're like a blue-green base, and maybe we splash black and white. Obviously, we have no fixing yet. We need to pick some up, but there's enough of it in green that splashing 2 colors is very doable in this format. We may not need to splash binding. It's not like we don't have a bunch of other removal. I mean, that's what we get out of splashing black anyway, so if we went that route, we probably don't splash white, actually. It would just hurt our mana base and wouldn't give us that big of an upgrade. All right, so here's a Vigilante. There's also a Branch, which is decent fixing. We don't have any yet, and we're thinking about playing, you know, at least 3 colors. Deduce is pretty good, but I think we'll just take a Branch here. We need fixing, and that is what it is. It is a little awkward, you know, sometimes fixing with it, but it does do it, you know. Okay. No surprise this came back. A little surprising Vigilante came back. Both of these are fine. I think I might like Bubble Smuggler a little more than Basilica Stalker, though. Yeah. I just love the flexibility of, you know, passable on turns 2, 3, and 6. You know, it's like a C minus in all of those situations, right? But it can do all of them, and that gives it a significant upgrade. Yeah, right now it feels like this is where we're headed. The blue-green signpost uncommon was somewhere. I don't know if it'll wheel. It isn't that exciting of one, so it might. Well, this is nice to still be here. The blue-green signpost, like, isn't the kind of signpost that pulls you into a deck. It's the kind that you're like, oh, I'm already playing blue-green. This will be nice. Yeah, that's a nice late Mistway spy, that's for sure. Random fixing late would be good, too. The disguise creature that turns face up for a green and lets you search up a land would be good. As would some other things. Yeah, we'll take an analyst. It's not great, but it's okay. And we're likely to have some collect evidence going on. So, yeah. I do think the Vigilante's probably the better card, but I might just take this. I mean, if we're milling ourselves enough, splashing this, I mean, it's powerful. Unauthorized Exit, you know, is a playable card. So is this, but it probably doesn't make the cut. But Relive is strong enough that I think I want to do it. Speaking of strong enough, yeah, unfortunately, flipping into like a green-white deck doesn't feel that doable. You know, I think Intrude on the Mind is probably comparable to Tolsimir anyway, so I don't think we throw away what we have right now in blue, especially just to play Tolsimir. I mean, if we got enough fixing, maybe we could have blue as a splash color, but that wouldn't really work either. So he's really good. I don't think we take him. Probably just take another Tipster. We have Disguise Creatures, and Ramp is just good anyway. Wouldn't hate another Mistway Spy or a sample, our first sample collector, or the Panther. But for now, we take a Tipster. Okay. Hard-hitting Question is pretty good. It's probably what I take. Yep. This isn't terrible, and we would be able to cast both sides, but I don't love it either. You know, it's pretty medium. It's definitely worse than Hard-hitting Question is. Okay, Public Thoroughfare is fixing. I don't love it, but it is fixing, and I think I want it more than another Reasonable Doubt or something, so that is where we'll go. Another relatively strong card. I mean, I don't think it's so good that I try to splash it, though. I do think we take a Killer Among Us. It's impressed me overall. It's also an enchantment that puts itself in the graveyard for our Relive the Past, for what that's worth. I do like Deduce, and if we were more aggressive, Fanatical Strength is something I'd be all over, and we could probably get away with running one, but I just think the value you get out of this in the end, it's been pretty impressive, you know. If you're ahead, it's really good, and if you're behind, it can really go a long way towards helping you stabilize. Slime Against Humanity #1. I can play Fairy Snoop just as a disguise creature, and that's probably more likely than playing Slime Against Humanity. And this is another one of these that's the medium one. You know, there are two of them that are really good, but I think the other three are all kind of meh. Of the hybrids. The ones that are good are the ones that have, like, removal on one side. Revealing, like, Relive the Past with Intrude on the Mind would be pretty funny. Yeah, we don't have the best fixing, but we do have fixing. Another Branch. Another Relive. I mean, you know, it would be kind of funny, but it's already kind of not amazing just because it's only good in the late game. So I don't think we want another one. I do think we want a Nervous Gardener. We're planning on, I think, trying to splash black and white. And if we're going to pull that off, we need Nervous Gardener. I do like Crime Stopper Sprite, but I think making our mana better when we have powerhouses like Chorus to Kill and Relive the Past and Slice from the Shadows, like, probably better than anything else. So, you know, the question is how often can we get at least 2 things with it? And ideally, we're going to get like 3. So, and I think it'll be often enough. That's a pretty late extract, but not really the kind of card you splash because if you can't cast it early, it's pretty mediocre. Rakish Scoundrel's okay. I think I'm more likely to go with it than a second Reasonable Doubt. I don't know that either would make the cut, but... The Evolving Wilds land would be nice because it puts itself in the graveyard for our Relive the Past. Faithlight's pretty good. I'll take it. Nice way to protect your creatures. It's like less good at winning combat than most trick-like effects, but it blinks all removal, and it also has... It's just really good, like, to make something evasive sometimes. Nice. Another Mistway Spy. I feel like we're in the right lane overall. I think in this last pack, I'm going to really value fixing over a lot of things. So Hustle and Bustle came back. So did Airtight Alibi. It's better as a trick than Faithlight and still grants into hexproof. I think we'll take Hustle and Bustle. I don't think we're going to play it, but I think it was the best option for us. I guess I'll put Binding back in here because, like... If I pick up enough fixing in this last pack, I might just go for it with the Binding, too. Just because, why not, you know? Alright, we do get Fanatical Strength back. And a free Slime Against Humanity. Now we have a Sweeper, but unfortunately, you know, kind of like the problem we had a minute ago, we can't really shift into playing black, like, now, you know? I don't know how much I want a second Public Thoroughfare. Like, they're pretty bad. You know, imagine having both in your opening hand as your lands. That's not going to happen that often, but it's going to happen, you know. So I'd probably take Sample Collector in the end here. I do like Crocodile, but I think the Collector's good enough. Man, Aurelia now? It's like... funny that we're trying to play as many colors as we are, but we keep seeing really crazy bombs that aren't in our colors. We will take a Nervous Gardener. There's also a Niv Mizzet, which, if it wheels, which is unlikely, someone's going to be excited about him and take him. But if it wheels, like, we might be able to play him. Assuming we pick up more fixing between now and then. None in this pack. The Curse is good, Bite Down on Crime is good. I think I like the removal a little more than Case of the Trampled Garden. Yeah. Ooh, Doppelgang. And Evidence Examiner. And Hard-Hitting Question. Why are you all in the same pack? You know, Doppelgang basically is 5 mana, make a token copy of something, and then it has this, like, super late game upside. Whereas Evidence Examiner is, like, a good 2-drop that generates value for us. I think the Examiner might just be better than Doppelgang. Just because the late game where you get a bunch out of it just doesn't come down that often. And there's a chance it wheels. I mean, we would play one if we get it, but I don't think we go out of our way to try to get it either. We'll take a Deduce. Another Coerce to kill. I may just be splashing black, given what our mana looks like, but this is a good reason to be doing it. So we'll go ahead and take it. Rubble Belt Maverick, Dramatic Accusation. We're doing some graveyard stuff, but especially if we cut white, we're not going to be. So I may just take Accusation, yeah. Another Smuggler. Gadget Technician's pretty good. You know, this is a deck where we'd only be able to turn him face up with double blue, but he's still pretty good when that's the case. And actually, we have a few lands that can produce red for us in a pinch, so it's not impossible. Fortunately, we're not a Conundrum deck. Do I want a Crocodile or Unauthorized Exit? Probably Crocodile. Okay, I think we do take another hard-hitting question over Technician. I think our deck turned out pretty well. The one thing we're missing that would have made our deck a lot better is more fixing. But we got 2 Nervous Gardeners there. And we have 2 lands that fix. Can I swing I don't think we play Rakish Scoundrel. Would I be able to swing splashing both? With just Thoroughfare, Vittugazi, and 2 Nervous Gardeners. I mean, the idea of splashing Relive the Past seems pretty cool. I could cut Makeshift Binding, and that would make the mana requirement on white a lot easier. Yeah, we have a ton of removals, so I think we can swing that. And I do think we'll try to splash both. I am just going to run 1 Swamp, though, I think. Because we've got 4 things that can find them for us. And Coerced, both of these, the Slice and the Coerced, you don't usually play till later in the game anyway. So I think that's fine. Need another forest is what we need. And in fact, oh yeah, we don't need a mountain. I don't really want hotshot investigators, I don't think. As I like to do, let's put the disguise things down here. We have some others that are cheaper disguise things, but I'll just leave them in their usual slot because you do play them that way pretty often. You know, Mistway Spy and Nervous Gardener. All right, so we need to cut 5 more things. So we have 2 hard-hitting questions. We've got a Slice, 2 Coerced. Maybe Bite Down on Crime is just too clunky. We have, like, lots of removal, and most of it's cheaper. So I think it's probably okay to cut. Fairy Snoop. Yeah, we probably aren't really a deck that wants to jam, like, a trick that's always only offensive, basically. I think we play Fae Flight, but I don't think we play that. Deduce is kind of meh in a deck that doesn't care that much about clues. Yeah, a few more cuts to make. I mean, the Collector's not awesome. It's not bad either. Yeah, I think Snoop probably gets the axe. And maybe Reasonable Doubt. I mean, I just haven't been... I don't know if it's anecdotal. I haven't looked at the data yet for this set. I will be doing that. When is this video actually coming out? I'll basically be doing it the day this video comes out, taking my first deep dive and looking at the data. But man, it's felt pretty bad most of the time, so I think we'll go ahead and cut it. And this will be our deck. Got some powerful stuff for sure. I'm excited to play with Relive the Past, see if we actually get to. We'll try. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get away with keeping this. Ideally, we play this face down, but... because that way we can get a swamp. There is a chance they do something here that makes us scared, and we have to play out our Gardener. Okay, they might play a haste 2-drop here. They do not. So, that's good. Yeah, I think that means we play our Gardener face down, so we can get our black mana. That may or may not be the card they grabbed a minute ago. So, turn it face up, get a swamp, put Dramatic Accusation on something, might be our next turn. Gross. Ooh, I was hoping they wouldn't attack with both. Good, they don't. But yeah, that's... when your opponent plays freaking Axebane Ferox this early, it is not good. I can tell you that much. And these things both have wards, so I can't actually use any of my removal. Maybe I just kill the face down card here with hard-hitting question. That might just be what we're supposed to do. We can still turn her face up. I may as well hard-hitting question first, though. I need to get cards in my graveyard, basically, is what I'm saying. So, oh, hold on a second here. No, oh, I did my mana wrong. I won't be able to flip her this turn now. Sad days. Alright. Well, I'm going to attack, I guess. If I'd gotten a swamp here, things would have been a lot different. Well, maybe. The whole Ferox situation is pretty bad for us. Until we get more cards in our graveyard. We don't have a super easy way to do that. Okay, let's just do this now before I screw it up again. So this is uncounterable. That will allow us to deal with the Ferox at some point without worrying about anything else. But that point is not now. That's like next turn. I guess we're just going to kill another morph. So, like, having to spend my whole turn to kill the Ferox next turn is not ideal. I can tell you that much. Especially because it's likely they play something else here. Another morph, huh? Okay, I can probably live with that. Yeah, so we have to kill the Ferox. Let's hope they don't have a trick, huh? That's the, That is the downside, but I don't think we have much of a choice in the matter. I wish I could steal this, but I don't quite have the mana to do it, because if I did that, Death Touch and all that. So let's just try to slice. Whatever trick they have, might have, could save it, even if I pay one more. So I don't really see a reason to go deeper. Nice. I kind of feel like I'm gonna need to block this thing. So I'm just gonna pass. Like, at this low of life against a red-green deck, there are lots of scary things that this could be. See, if I'd grabbed my swamp on time, we would have killed the Ferox a full turn earlier, but I messed that up. We have the means in our hand to take control of this game, but we're not there yet. And we're at low enough life that looks like they're about to collect evidence. Yeah. That's no fun. Am I just dead? Not dead, but not in good shape either. So many options. None of them are great. Even Intrude right now, like, I'm low enough on life that I can't really rely on that. Because they can just choose to not give me a token and then I die. So I think we're putting Dramatic Accusation on the Technician. And then playing Mistway Spy face up to try to protect ourselves. Yeah. right. So much for that plan. We may have to coerce a Thopter token, but we still have Death Touch. Oh, we're dead to a trick. Yeah. Well, that was kind of brutal. That early Ferox messed us up so much, and we just didn't have the time to do what we needed to win that game. I guess coercing their Thopter might have just been the best play. Then, well, they still would have just galvanized it and killed me, actually. There wasn't really a play there where we don't die. Okay. It's kind of an awkward hand. Hard-hitting question isn't great when all you've got is a 1-1, and then we have both of our coerced kills. It's not a terrible hand. I mean, it's not like we can't do anything. We have our two main colors. I mean, I'd probably keep, but it is kind of a borderline situation. I'm just glad it's not a Novice Inspector. That's like the worst one-drop. The one-drop you really don't want to see. Crovad Haunch is pretty good, but it's not Novice Inspector. Hey, look at that. Another creature. One nice thing about the Analyst is, if it does mill away our lands, it lets us get them back. That's kind of a nice thing to have, you know, because sometimes you're playing a mill deck and you're, like, splashing a color. Yeah. None of those were going to be great draws because of our mana situation. I think I'm going to attack with Aftermath. I'm going to attack with both of them here. And if they block, I can finish this thing off with a hard-hitting question. I kind of doubt they block. Be cool if they did, though. Oh, nice. Yeah, so then we'll go hard-hitting question. What did we kill? Good. The Dog Walker. We could try it again here. You think they'll fall for it again? Oh my god. I don't know why they're handing that to us. Like, just take the one. This gives us the time to find black mana and steal their things. Or, you know... Oh, no, we can play a Killer Among Us, can't we? Because of the Tipster. Alright, so let's send in these two again. They've been delivering the beatdown. Then we'll go Killer Among Us. And we shall name... Merfolk. Alright, well, we're gonna have black mana soon. Okay. Yep. That is the plan. If they guess wrong, they really get blown out. If they don't guess wrong, it's not that great for us, but it is fine. Yeah, so next turn I'll flip this. You end up breaking even on mana, more or less. Because it, you know, then it can produce, it produces one colorless and then two black in our case. So it'll get us to our coerce to kill. Also make this a 2/2. they're I don't know, playing Russian roulette, trying to decide which of these to block. You have a 66% chance of killing a token and not even caring. So if you choose the wrong one, it's a pretty big blowout, though. And they did choose the wrong one. God, I feel kind of bad for them. Man. They could have a 4-mana sweeper, which would really suck. It's rare, though. We can't worry about that, right? Right? Boom, into hostilities. We do get a clue out of it, if that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, them letting me remove their creatures in the early game is what set them so far behind, because, you know, I was just very happy when I had 2 1-power creatures in play that I could even use my hard-hitting question. They kept blocking that 1/3. Okay, looks pretty good. Got some fixing, got a 2-drop, got some removal. I'm guessing this is the eponymous Karlov Manor, huh? So we play Examiner on turn 2 so we can play face down Gardener. Isn't it great when you draw your 1-drop on turn 2? At least we can also play it on turn 3. So I think we're supposed to play a face down Gardener here. We have a free attack. We could use hard-hitting question to finish something off again, potentially. I don't think I do it here, because I have other stuff I can do, unlike in that other game. So I think we just, yeah, play face down. Next turn we may do another face down. I'm probably supposed to kill that. Hey, there's Public Thoroughfare. Yeah. Let's kill their morph with our hard-hitting question. Kind of hard to play the Thoroughfare here. Yeah. So let's just hard-hitting question. Just kidding. Let's search up a land first. So we have Thoroughfare, so it's not like essential that we grab black, but it is what I'm going to do. I didn't want to play Thoroughfare there, even though, you know, maybe it lets me play Gadget Technician on the next turn, but it was just going to be kind of an awkward play. Eavesdropper's pretty nice. Ooh, that works super well with our Thoroughfare, too. Yeah, because I can tap, yeah, artifact or creature. I think I just attack here. Yeah, we get some value if they kill Gardener because of our Examiner, but, you know, I'm okay with the trade either way, whichever way they decide to go here. I'm also okay with not blocking, sure. So this is going to be a 3-3 when it attacks us now, unfortunately. Don't love that. But hopefully we can kill their token. So we're going to take 7. Yeah. Ouch. Oh, hello there. Well, I guess that's probably what we'll be doing with our turn now. Do I want to do anything else? I could play face up Mistway Spy, which isn't terrible. It's also not great, but could play Technician here instead. Like, I could go more conservative and then use Intrude. Like, maybe what I need to do is stabilize. But, I think we just leave up Intrude and pass the turn here. And yeah, we will collect some evidence and pass our turn. So I think they attack us, and then we cast Intrude. That way we can get a token at instant speed. Ooh. That's bad. So the buff is coming this turn. Alright, so let's intrude on the mind here. Okay. Interesting. So if they decide not to give us a Killer Among Us, we get a 3/3 that can trade. Yeah, I think that's how we want to do it. I actually wouldn't have been able to play Mistway Spy face up because I needed the double blue. Good thing I didn't do that, huh? I'm guessing they're going to give us the 2 weaker cards and a 3/3. Yeah. That is kind of what I expected. I'm just glad that we shut down their, at least for a turn, their ability to buff their whole board. Okay. Face down Gadget Technician's pretty good. Do I attack for 2? Or face up Gadget Technician is actually what I would do. Yeah. Seems reasonable. So the Mistway Spy can potentially draw us cards, but right now I think I'd rather just have a creature that can get huge. So let's swing with both of these. See what happens. Then I may just play face-up Crocodile. Yeah. My elf crocodile detective. And we will just play this face up too. Get ourselves another body out there. This could be like the double striker, which would not be fun. Could be a big old Hydra too. Guess it's not though, because they scooped. Yeah, I mean, you know, it didn't seem that exciting, you know, when we cast the fact or fiction thing. Because, like, you know, we immediately gave up our token and we only got 2 cards, but that's like a 3-for-1. So, and that's like, we were not in a good spot, and it managed to do it for us. I wonder if they were supposed to give us a Killer Among Us instead. Then we would have only gotten a 2/2 and wouldn't have been able to trade as well. But then we would have also had a Killer Among Us, so they probably did the right thing. I mean, I think it's a keep thanks to Disguise, but we're going to need to draw some mana. I just play Smuggler on turn 2. Looks to me that they have Shock in their hand, though. So whatever I play, if I play something on turn 2, I should be prepared to trade it for Shock. I'm not really prepared to trade Tunnel Tipster for Shock, but maybe I'm still supposed to play it. Yeah, I think we do. Because then next turn I can play... I mean, if they don't have Shock, it's going to feel pretty good for us. And even if they do, it's, you know, it's just a trade. Yeah. The upside of it not dying was enough for me to run it out there, but obviously it died. Okay. Well... I'm thinking I attack first. Let me see what happens here. Because I have a lot of decent options, depending on how they block. I guess if I turn it face up first, I could just fight Gravestone Strider. Yeah, we'll attack. So, do I do anything here? I don't think so. I think I just cast Hard-Hitting Question on their Disguise creature and... pass. Well, I'm glad I did, because I don't really want a Thopter token in my life. Well, I do, but on my side of the battlefield. Oh, hello. Well, if they block, we can kill it. If they don't block, yeah, we'll just leave up Intrude. And Slice, you know, that might need to use it for some reason. Like, if they're going to try to... No, okay. I thought they were going to, like, try to buff their Gravestone Strider for a second there. Too bad they didn't attack, huh? Yeah, we'll Intrude. Okay. Spicy. So, you know, Relive the Past... theoretically could eventually get things back. I think that's the right way to do it. Because they're... Yeah. Yeah. What do they choose? They don't really have a good choice, frankly. I mean, that's why this is good. You know, we did have one game where we were at like 3, and if you're in a situation like that, and your opponent can just, and you have like no board, and your opponent can just give you all the cards, obviously that's not good, but the rest of the time it's pretty good. Yeah, I can live with this. I can live with it. If I had white in my hand, I would have split that differently, probably. But obviously I did not, so. Do I want to start making clues? Probably. So I'll play this in the first main phase. Look, we got another card out of it. Okay. Is it worth flipping? Yeah, it probably is. Which of you am I worried about more, though? I can't destroy both either way. The only reason I would flip is... I mean, I guess I could blow up the block with Slice from Shadows. That might actually be worth it. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn this face up. Do I try to blow this block up? I think we do. If cracking their clue is the response, then we're going to be in pretty good shape here. Yeah, you know, I don't love losing that, but it's... Ooh. Now that's a lot worse. Yeah, that's a good sequence for them. All right, well, I don't think we actually use Chorus just yet because I can just play the Crocodile. So let's just attack. And yeah, we're fine with the trade. And then we play Crocodile. We're gonna steal that. Oh, no, we're not. Hexproof from Multicolored. That's bad. That is very bad, in fact. It won't work because Crocodile is multicolored, but I could steal something later. Yeah, that has Death Touch. I guess if they block my Crocodile here, it could work. And it's probably worth giving up my Crocodile to kill Niv Mizzet, huh? Yeah. Yeah, probably. If they don't block, we get a clue and drop them to 9, so that's like an okay thing. This ability's not going to do a whole bunch. I mean, it'll do something. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, it'll do 1, which means I'll be able to kill my poor Thopter. Do get a clue. And we drop their life low enough that it's not like they can just attack freely. But yeah, they're going to pick off my Thopter here. So, crack our clue. All right, they have no cards in their hand, right? So I think that means we just turn this face up and kill Niv Mizzet and swing. Wait, why didn't that do one? Number of different color pairs. Oh, they have to do combat damage. I was thinking it was just an upkeep trigger. Yeah. Nice. Bubble Smuggler took down the great Niv Mizzet. We haven't gotten to cast our 7 mana weird reanimation spell yet. That would be nice. Hopefully we do at some point. In that game, I mean, we knew our opponent didn't give it to us. We never drew white mana anyway, so I guess it was a good thing. We have had a pretty well-stocked graveyard overall, though, but I guess it's partly because we've been casting the Fact or Fiction Thopter thing. That does a pretty good job of making sure your graveyard has stuff in it. Ooh. Somewhat questionable hand. Mostly because of the awkward non-basic situation. I mean, I think we can keep it. We're just going to have to, like, spend turn 2 playing Public Thoroughfare. Which isn't great, but it does mean our mana's good from then on out. So I think I can live with it. Well, if we keep drawing that, we're going to be in pretty good shape, even if we have to start slow. Would have been nice to have you on turn 1, although I guess you would have been stonewalled. Having to play face-up Branch isn't great, but I think I'll be okay. I guess we probably want more mana. I can get it 2 different ways, though. I mean, if I draw a land, I can intrude next turn, or a Killer Among Us next turn. I mean, that is an if. It's probably better to play the Gardener. Yeah. It's more guaranteed mana. Doesn't have as high of a ceiling as the other play, but like if I brick on a draw here, well, I guess I still would have been able to play it face down and had a 2/2. Maybe that fail case was the better one. Okay. We did draw the land, of course. What to do, what to do. We're going to go ahead and turn her face up. I guess there's no reason I needed to do that now, but... I think I'm going to grab another forest. Yeah. Yep, then we'll play Tunnel Tipster. Do I want to play my Spy? I guess it helps me in the race. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll be at Intrude mana next turn, potentially at least. If that's what we want to do. Yeah, that's pretty obnoxious. It's a little bit tempting to try to get them. It's a little bit tempting to cast a Killer Among Us here, give the thing Death Touch next turn, and then have hard-hitting question and everything. But Intrude on the Mind's going to be pretty good too, honestly. So I think we just pass, and we can even leave up Fey Flight in case something crazy happens, but we are likely to not have a super great turn here. I guess I could play another Mistway Spy. No, I can't actually, because I need 2 blue, so. Yeah, we'll pass, leave up Intrude. That's gone pretty well for us so far. So, so we'll do it again. Didn't have a fight that was worth taking, so didn't do it. Probably another 3-2 split. I don't know that I would even try to... Ooh, that is bad. Okay. Great.
I can get rid of anything, living or dead.
Well, might be hard to win now. We do have our own bomb, but I think Kaya's probably even better just because of her ongoing absurd value generation. Ooh, of course to kill, huh? And another removal spell? Honestly, I could just do a 4-1 split. And I'd feel okay about that here. I mean, they either give me a 4-4 or coerce to kill. Or a, you know... yeah. The 4-4 would mean I can block and kill Wisp Drinker, too. That seems pretty good to me across the board, really. This can hit Planeswalkers, huh? Yeah, let's do this. Good chance they just give me... Well, there's no way... There's not really a good choice for them, once again. Either they give me 4 cards, including another removal spell, or they give me a removal spell and a 4-4 flyer that will just devour their Wisp Drinker Vampire. So, yeah, they don't... Alright, that makes sense, I think. Okay. Well... So, we really need to kill Kaya. That wasn't obvious. Got 7 mana. I mean, it's doable, thanks to Fey Flight. Yeah. And then Dramatic Accusation on the Onlooker. Then Hard-Hitting Question. Yep, I think that's the plan. At this point, maybe I should just attack. Yeah, I mean, I'm not blocking, so we'll just take 5. Oh, that was dumb. Somehow I was thinking all my creatures had flying.
I'm gone for now. But
Yeah,
not forever.
that's not good. Not good. Man, that's not either. Will you stop it? Will you stop playing really good cards, please? Now they can collect evidence and make this like a huge problem. Yeah, it's not really where I want to be. How much I know. So we need to find some of our removal. I mean, I know we just used some. Yeah, we've used a lot, I guess. Play this face down, turn it face up, get a clue. Kind of doesn't feel like enough, though. I think I'm just going to play a Killer Among Us. We did kill Kaya, but it took a lot of work, and then they slammed a card that's almost as scary anyway, so that was not so good for us. Goblin. Don't think we attack. I mean, the reason we have to be cautious is that this is going to be a 4/4 Menace lifelink. So, like, trying to do some damage to them here just doesn't make a lot of sense. Although, I guess they don't have a creature in their graveyard, so maybe I'm overthinking. Or more like underthinking, right? Yeah. They do need... Yeah, they can make this give everything else indestructibility now, so that's great. Well, they're not going to do it this turn. That's good news. What? So they could have auspicious entrance or whatever it is. 1 and a white, +2/+2 investigate trick. And they probably do. But we're also not really in a spot where we can just take a hit here. Well, I guess I'm going to go for a block here. I don't really think I have a good choice, good option. We can only save one of them, is the good news. If it is the card I'm thinking it is. I can't imagine they don't have something. Otherwise, this attack makes very little sense. Making me nervous. Just do the thing. I mean, we're in bad shape even if they don't have something, but we do kill 2 of their creatures. All right. Could be worse, you know. It does come back face down. or not face down, but not powered up. But yeah, all we have are a couple of 1/1s now. And now they have creatures to exile, so the thing I was worried about... Yeah, these just both gain Menace. This already has Menace. Maybe my face-down creature will scare them. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, they can make it a 5/5 and make this indestructible now, too. Yeah, I'm dead. I mean, I could technically survive one more turn. Technically. Because I can block one. I guess I will. Well, I have to block this one is the nasty part. And I can't quite kill it, so... And nope. Yeah. Managed to deal with Kaya, but once I'd done that, I couldn't deal with the freaking level up creature. Ugh, another kind of awkward thoroughfare hand, and we don't have very early plays either, so I think we have to mulligan. Yeah, I mean, this is what can happen when your mana's not great. I think we relive the past back. We can at least play this face down, and we can play this, so... I mean, I don't think our mana's terrible. I think we're ending up on the bad side of variance a little bit, but it's not great either. That is not good news. So if they play a detective here, they hit us for 3 that I can't do anything about. There's a good chance they do. Hopefully it's not Private Eye. That would be super backbreaking. Okay, maybe they don't have one. Or they just have another Novice Inspector. Thinking Cap, I can live with that. Okay. Oh boy. Sample Collector or Face Down Gadget Technician. The Collector can block an equipped Novice Inspector, so I guess that's slightly better. May as well rumble for 1 while we're at it. I did mulligan a lot with this deck, but again, some of that's our mana. Yep, that is a detective. Then they put Thinking Cap on the Enforcer. Need my fight spell. I wonder if Face Down Technician was better, because then I'd have 2 2/2s. Yeah, that's not going to do it. These last 2 games may end up not being much games. I guess the other one went on for a while, but we were losing the entire time. Black mana would be good. Could slice that thing. I feel like I've seen people playing the Strider way more than I think they should be, but maybe it's better than I think. It does block disguise creatures. Like a 1/3, 2-mana 1/3 is like better in this format than it is in like almost any format because of that. Well, you're gonna get to be a 3/3. That's not too shabby. Unless they counter this. Look at that Tunnel Tipster grow. One more counter and we'll have a werebear with Threshold. Island would be a pretty good draw. It stinks that we have neither other colors of mana, and we don't have like our fixing disguise creature. Although I guess drawing her is the best because I could play her, flip her, grab an island or a swamp. That'd be pretty good. Why didn't you want to move your? Must be playing a 5-drop, I guess. Yep. Well. Sometimes you just don't get to play. I mean, it could be worse, but... Like, at least we've drawn things we can play. They're just not very impactful. If it weren't for Tunnel Tipster growing along with us playing all these disguised creatures, I think we probably would have lost already, so... At least we have that going for us. Yeah. So, how are they going to try to make me block? Yeah, that makes sense. Probably a trick, but, you know, what are you going to do? We can't really not do anything about it, so we have to hope they don't have a trick. Yeah, yep. Here comes the trick. They're going to lose one of their things, and I guess that's why they're trying to figure out how they want to do this, but it's going to be a big enough blow to us that I don't think it matters. Okay, yeah, that does work. Wait, why didn't it work? Huh? Oh, because it had counters on it. Nice. Drew another forest, though, so... They made a bit of a misplay there. I guess I'll take it, but... We're still pretty far from being able to mount a defense, a significant defense. Yeah, they did that wrong, thanks to those counters. Oh, good. We've already got the cap, so I guess they're gonna grab the glass. No, guess they don't have it, and it doesn't matter. They can just kill us with big flyers. So swamp would be pretty good. Island would be pretty good. Hey, look, there's an island. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I could use Fey Flight to 2 for 1 myself, but it would let me kill something. But it might just be better to play Evidence Examiner, make a clue, crack the clue. Yeah. Is this too little too late? Probably, but I think this gives us our best chance. If we draw black, I mean, we can steal one of the flyers and then block that flyer with the other one. So that's kind of what we need to do. We do have these are flyers. We can block, surprise block, but, you know, we've only got 1 blue mana, so it doesn't really help that much. Okay. Spend 4. That's not going to work. I was trying to see if there's a way I can grab black here and kill one of those and then still be able to make something fly. I guess Fae Flight plus turning one of these face up is what we're supposed to do here. Which costs, what, 4 mana? Yeah. Which means... this also gives us a flyer now. But it needs double blue, so it's still sort of the same thing. Do I just have to play a face-up Gardener here? How sad would that be? But I kind of need the body. Having to play it face-up when I have 2 black cards in my hand. Nah, we'll be okay. I just feel like if I have the time to get black, that's like the only way we're going to stabilize. So I'm just going to wait. Just going to wait it out. I guess we want to kill the bigger one and chump the other one. So now just a Thopter will be enough to maybe, hopefully, buy us another turn. Maybe. Maybe we'll just draw our swamp. How nice would that be? Nope. But... I do have the time to play this face down now. Ooh, I just messed that up. Yeah, I did. Oh, so bad. I needed double blue. And the auto tapper got me. Man, we might have actually been able to turn this around. All right, well, we can still try. And actually, we do still have one more turn because I can slice from shadows to not take any damage. which is not the best use of Slice from Shadows, admittedly. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Man, that stinks. I would love it if they didn't attack me at all. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I could, like, maybe kill everything but their Enforcer here. This is exactly how you want to use this, you know? Yeah! Look out! Don't trust the auto-tapper. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and steal their flyer. This time we're gonna leave the correct mana up. Thank you. I think I'd rather leave mana up for this than do this. Although the Analyst might set up our Examiner. But I think it's still worth... Yeah, we'll just leave the mana up for a Thopter. They can take the equipment back, of course, so, you know, that matters. Putting it on the Inspector is pretty good, I guess. Gives them a 4/4. It's almost enough to just kill me outright. This is a detective. It will buff the Enforcer next turn, should we still be alive. Yeah, the auto-tapper really struggles with face-down cards. It doesn't take them into consideration, which is kind of annoying, but I guess you just have to get used to it in this format. Okay. Well... let us block like that. You have something scary in your hand. Not that scary. I mean, clues are pretty good at this stage of the game, but can help you find something scary, that's for sure. That's pretty scary. Removal, please. We do have a clue, so we get 2 shots at it. Oh, there's that. We've got 8 mana. It's probably best for me to play Analyst, buff this to 2, take myself up to 4. God, they're gonna buff their whole freaking board, though. Yeah. Let's crack a clue in that case. Okay. Can't also play the Analyst, unfortunately. But I think that's probably okay. Alright, so we'll pass our turn. This is not going to be good. Well, it depends on what Intrude does, but we're in a spot where we're at such low life that Intrude, they can just choose to give us all the cards. We won't be dead, though. Now we will be, won't we? Yeah, now we'll... Oh, look. We would gain one, except that they're going to lock down our Enforcer, I'm guessing. Yeah, so we should be dead here now. The only thing we can hope for is that they don't read Intrude on the Mind correctly, basically. Oh. Or they just have a bunch of removal. I'm not gonna waste their time. Well, made some misplays that like cost me a turn in a couple different games. So that stinks. And I think both of those games we were like right on the verge of finally stabilizing, and the little mistake I made definitely cost us.